Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the IBIA Annual Dinner 2019. First, let me reassure you that despite appearances, we at IBIA do take our role seriously. But this evening, we have come together from all corners of the world, if not the galaxy, to enjoy ourselves, to refresh and cement existing relationships and forge new ones. Tonight, we are not at war, and you are all stars of the show. I would like to thank the sponsors of tonight's event. Thank you also to the hard-working production team that make the IBIA Annual Dinner a reality. My colleagues in the Secretariat and the IBIA Board for your support. You are all great troopers. And a special thanks to all of you, our loyal members, for your participation in IBIA's events and activities across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not Star Wars. We are not freedom fighters resisting an evil empire, but we are fighting battles on several fronts. Shipping, the lifeblood of global trade, and the bunker industry, which keeps this servant of the global economy moving, are facing huge challenges. Market forces have not been on our side for most of the past decade, and that has taken its toll. Environmental regulations are having a huge impact. Life is challenging on the front line of our business. Unfortunately, if we were to draw a parallel to Star Wars, many would not see our industry as a force for good. During 2018, bad bunkers became a buzzword. The main fuel for shipping over the past half-century is frequently referred to as dirty bunkers due to its polluting effect. Shady and unsavory business practices are rumoured and sometimes revealed. None of this makes us look good in the press and public opinion. We know there are problems, but most of you gathered here also know that there is a whole different reality that is more complex, perhaps poorly understood, and which doesn't lend itself to simple conclusions and buzzwords. But bad news gets more press. What can we do? What weapons do we have in our arsenal to fight against this poor image? First of all, we can contribute to the conversation, to bring balance and a better understanding. IBIA is doing that in many ways. We fight for our members' interests and seek effective and pragmatic approaches to regulation at the International Maritime Organization. We inform and educate through our own events and participation in others, through our newsletters and social media. We collaborate with other industry groups to discuss issues and address them. It is working, and our impact has grown. IBIA was named by Lloyd's List as one of the world's top 10 shipping industry influencers in the area of regulation for 2018 due to our positive input. Also, IBIA recently launched a code of ethics for the bunker industry. This was the outcome of a collaborative effort in our ethics working group. I hope you will support this initiative as part of a journey towards an industry which we can feel proud to be part of, where we are not all tarred by the same brush, and suppliers are seen as trustworthy business partners. IBIA's knowledge and inspiration comes from you, our members, either as individuals or through participation in working groups. I am grateful to all who take the time and effort to help us understand the industry so we can get well-considered messages across to all stakeholders. We are going through extraordinary times. This year will be dominated by preparing for the 2020 sulphur limits, one of the biggest changes our industry has ever had to contend with. It will be game-changing, and we will more than ever need to be working with trusted partners on all sides. Let us form an alliance aiming to raise standards and work toward a cleaner industry in every sense of that word, and be a force for good. IBIA is very lucky to have an excellent and dedicated chairman. His support and wisdom is of great value to us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give your full attention to our own Jedi Knight, Michael Green, who will address you now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Unni, and let me begin by welcoming you this evening to what I personally hope will be a stellar event that lives long in the memory. I would like to echo Unni's sentiments in thanking the production team who put together this fantastic event, the IBIA Secretariat who are the heart of the association, and the IBIA Board who provide their unstinting support and have to live with my continued impositions upon their goodwill. As has already been highlighted, 2018 proved to be something of a challenging year. However, here at IBIA, we relish a challenge as it gives us the opportunity to showcase our star qualities. We see 2019 as a pivotal year, not only for the whole of the bunkering industry, but also for IBIA as we gear up to what will clearly be one of the greatest changes we've ever seen. In looking back at 2018, we know that we have faced a number of significant challenges, whilst the continued focus on 2020 has now extended its reach well beyond the confines of our industry and has become a prominent topic even outside the realms of the bunkering world. Recent articles in broadsheet newspapers and documentaries on British television have flagged up to the population at large the drive being undertaken to clean up the marine industry. However, in doing so, it has painted a rather unfavourable picture whereby the maritime world is perceived as a wretched hive of villainy responsible for continued pollution of our world. However, we are striving to change these perceptions, and it is our hope, whilst not being a new hope, that all stakeholders within the industry are taking the appropriate steps to be ready for what 2020 will bring. We know through interaction with our members that there are concerns surrounding compliance, enforcement, and the perception of potential issues. However, IBIA is striving to provide as much support as it possibly can via a range of different initiatives designed to engage with all of our members. We accept there will be teething problems. We know there will be hurdles to overcome, and unfortunately there will be those who seek to cut corners to achieve the required goals. But in the long run, we will overcome obstacles and steer the ship on the right course. As I've already said, we know the coming year is set to be challenging. But this evening is about networking, seeing old friends, and enjoying what undoubtedly will be a fantastic dinner.
Dear guests, we are delighted to see you all here, and we hope that you have enjoyed our slightly unorthodox way of addressing you this evening. Unfortunately, there are many good people who cannot be here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand up and join us in a traditional toast to absent friends. To absent friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, all that remains for us is to wish you all a wonderful evening.
May the force be with you.